going through many different supermarkets and different chain stores and finding some crazy things out there, man, let me tell you something, guys. You gotta be careful with what you buy. Be reasonable with yourself. You don't have steaks every day. Make sure you buy it from somewhere good.
Take it back. Damn, where'd you get that, Walmart?
Exactly. After taking them out of the packaging, this is what they look like. They are not prime, USDA choice, or select. They are basically nothing. That is how they were graded on the supermarket. And I would not normally buy this. But hey, this is today's experiment. As you can see, they have zero marbling. They are 1-inch thick New York strip. And as I mentioned before, always start with a good steak. We are already in bad shape. But hey, we're gonna try to make these taste amazing. And I'm gonna be cooking it 4 different ways to find out which way is best whenever you're getting bad steaks like this. For my first steak, we're gonna be making a marinade. As you know, marinade adds flavor to your steak. And by masking the real flavor, it might just turn out amazing. Remember, exact amount and ingredients always in the description down below for you. With my pestle and mortar, I threw in a little bit of black pepper, ground it to powder, and added onions, garlic, and smashed everything into a paste. Then I threw in a little bit of salt, red wine vinegar, and finish it off with Worcestershire sauce. Now there's left to do is to mix it well, and my marinade is done. This smells amazing, and I hope it makes my cheap steak taste like $1,000,000. Now with all marinades, you must give it enough time to penetrate, usually anywhere between 2 hours to 4 hours, and some even overnight. But if there's one thing to speed it up, that's to vacuum pack it. That opens up the pores of the meat so the marinade can penetrate deeply into the meat faster, and that's exactly what I'm about to do. After vacuum packing it, you just gotta leave it alone for about 20 minutes. That is equal to letting it sit on your refrigerator for about 4 hours. Once that was done, all there's left to do is to remove it and get it ready for the grill. Talking about that, I'm shooting for an internal temperature of 135 degrees Fahrenheit. Once that's done, we are ready to give it a try and let you know how it tastes. So let's do it. We got this one marinated. You ready to try? Here.
Okay. Oh, I think I broke a jaw.
Oh my god. I got two for a while. Doesn't taste good.
In conclusion, no.
That was horrible. Let's go to the next one. Now on to our next steak. And for that, I'll be using a rub. I started off with black pepper, granulated garlic, smoked paprika, turmeric, chipotle chili, and onion powder. Now there's left to do is mix it well and my rub is ready. As you know, I'm a big fan of not adding salt into your rub. Always salt the steak before. With that being said, I started by seasoning my steak with salt. Make sure you get both sides, including the edges. But now that we have it all coated up, all there's left to do is to cook it. And just like the previous one, I'm shooting for an internal temperature of 135 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's do it.
This thing's yellow. You know that.
It is yellow. All right, let's give it a try. Cheers, everybody.
Well, whatever seasoning you put,
Seasoning is not bad.
I like it. The seasoning.
The seasoning makes it taste really, really fantastic. And obviously, cooking it to a perfect doneness will help.
All right, I would like to try this rub on a good steak.
On a good steak, yeah,
Yeah.
of course. No, not my favorite.
You gotta chew forever.
For our next steak, we're going to be doing something that I know works very well, and that is to use an amazing compound butter. I have a complete video on how to make this butter. It is the best butter I've ever tasted. And if you have not seen that video, make sure you check it out. It has so many ingredients, but at the same time, none of them are expensive. And this butter just takes your steak to a whole different level. And I'm going to be using it to baste my steak with it. So after slicing it, I just let it melt nice and slow and it was ready for basting. For the steak, I kept it pretty simple, with salt, freshly ground black pepper, and garlic powder. But now that we have everything ready, I can't wait to try this butter with this cheap steak. And like always, I'm shooting for an internal temperature of 135 degrees Fahrenheit, so let's do it. All right, my nephew, what do you think? Does that look good to you?
No.
No, it does not. He saw where the steak come from. With that being said, let's give it a try. Yeah, I'm excited. This is a different method. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Still hard, but the flavor. Mmm. Are you going for seconds?
Oh, it hurts to swallow. The flavor is amazing though. Like it's there.
Yeah.
That's there. The flavor is there.
The flavor is nice. It is a wonderful flavor that remains in your mouth, but the tenderness is just not there, everybody.
Flavorful? Yes. Tender? No.
No. Tender is gone. All right. Let's go for another one. For my final steak, we're going to be doing something that all the restaurants do. They use a very cheap steak and make an amazing sauce to go along with it. A lot of times, it doesn't even matter how the steak tastes because the sauce is so good. And we're going to test if that theory is really true. So I started by seasoning my steak with salt, freshly ground black pepper, and garlic powder. I'm going to be making a pen sauce. It is easy to do, and these are all the ingredients I'm going to be using for it. Remember, exact amount and ingredients always on the description down below for you. We have a good quality red wine, flour, garlic, shallots, butter, and heavy cream. I'm going to be putting all these ingredients together right after I pan sear the steak. And to keep everything identical, I will also be shooting at an internal temperature of 135 degrees Fahrenheit. But now I say for the very last time, it is enough talking and it is time to make an amazing steak. So let's do it. All right, let's try with the sauce. Oh, I like that.
Wow.
It's such a nice flavor, but then you remember you gotta still bite a little bit. You know what I mean?
True.
That's why I made the sauce, so we can, scoop it up.
I'm gonna say something right now. That is no wonder
What?
that restaurants always use sauces because you can make such a terrible steak taste so good as long as you got a decent sauce. Wow.
I agree. A sauce will mask everything, everybody. It will mask a terrible steak and taste good. In the end, and the problem is just you gotta keep chewing it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, but that was kind of expected though.
But yeah, because the steak is not a good quality, as you guys know, but the sauce makes up for it and covers it up 100%, huh?
Yeah.
First of all, most important thing, you gotta buy good steaks, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you wanna have a good steak experience, you have to start off with the good stuff. Number two, I would say which one was your favorite out of all of them that created an amazing flavor?
The sauce, bro.
The sauce. I agree. 100%. The sauce did its job.
It changed the profile of the flavor completely.
The only problem with the one with the sauce was that you had to chew it in the end, right?
Yeah, but
so
of course
you eat it, you have an amazing flavor out the sauce, and then the sauce is gone, and you're like, it's like a chewing gum, you know what I mean? You know when you put chewing gum and you have like that amazing flavor in your mouth and then there's no sugar left on the chewing gum? I like what you said, that the chefs that do, in the fancy restaurants, all they're trying to do is mess the flavor. Do you know how many chefs are going to hate on us right now? They're going to go, what is this kid saying?
If you're a chef,
no, be
and
careful.
you're making them sauces, I know what you're doing. You can't fool me anymore. I'm watching you.
Now, if you're cooking in the grill and you want to grill the steak, which one was your absolute favorite?
Oh, the based one. The one where you basted it in butter.
The basting the butter. I agree.
That
Basting
really
it
good.
with the butter, it is absolutely the top one. My favorite one as well. The second favorite would probably be the one with the seasoning for me. And the one that I would never do it again is marinating the steak. Marinate is more for something that kind of like a skirt steak would have a nice marinade. Korean barbecue, sliced up really fine. But doing something like a steak and just marinating a steak, I don't think it's a good idea.
Yeah, it kind of messes it up a little bit.
Anyway, guys, this is our recommendation. If you're gonna buy a bad steak, first of all, don't buy it.
Yeah.
All right, buy a good
idea.
steak, because you're not gonna eat steak every single day. Whenever you're gonna eat it, enjoy that steak. That's why
right.
I like to get good, amazing steak. Even though it looks like we eat steak every single day, we don't eat steak every single day.
I wish we ate steak every single day.
I hope it was informative to you. Make amazing sauces. Learn how to make sauces. And if you are going to put it on the grill, do a nice basting, because that does wonders to your steak.
That one was pretty good, I'm not gonna lie.
And the most important thing that we
the
forgot,
sauce.
the most important thing I forgot to say, cook your steak right. Don't overcook your steak, because if you overcook your steak, you are already 80% losing.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, and look, there's a lot of preference involved when it comes to how you cook your steak. Just make sure you get it down exactly how you enjoy it.
Exactly.
For us, that's in the like 125, 135 range when
135
it's coming
max.
out. But
yeah, so we know, be accurate. Use a thermometer.
use
all
the
right.
meter.
I use the meter. We use the meter. We just stick it in all the time, and with time, you learn also the temperature just by touching it, like professional chefs. But at the same time, nothing is as accurate as a thermometer.
That's right.
Anyway, guys, these are the results. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do enjoy this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe for future videos. Remember, if you are interested in anything I use, everything is always in the description down below.
Even the sauce.
Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Yep, the sauce is definitely there.
The sauce is in there, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. I see it from here.
We out, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.